Well, hello everyone. Well, this is kind of odd, I haven't done Facecam in a little while, but we have some news on just collaborations in general, and something that is quite crazy happening that could affect us in Grand Cross. This happened in Course to Solo Leveling, of course, if you have seen this, and you do know it, but here we go. This camera is slightly off compared to where I am, okay. But this is a official Solo Leveling trailer, but it's on the official Solo Leveling YouTube channel, as you can see here. This is, you can't actually see it in the thing, but there's a Solo Leveling symbol here. There we go. It is officially confirmed, Solo Leveling Arise x Frieren on the 23rd. If that sounds very familiar to you, that's also the date we're meant to be getting our collaboration. Coincidence, maybe? Possibly even, but yeah, that's all I really wanted to show. Was that, of course, current speculation, we do know it's 3 characters, we know there's a tank, there's a healer, and there's a mage. Of course, that is just their current names in the files. Once again, that can completely change, and also, once again, the collaboration may not even be with us yet. You know, we may have to wait till our next collab to get it. We don't really know. Of course, Frieren is quite high up on the speculation. You know, this is what 7DS Leak said. He said that it's a healer, mage, tank, 3 units. It doesn't really know at the moment. That's the partial promotional art for it, for the collaboration. You then got, of course, initially we thought it could have been Frieren, or it could have been Konosuba. Once again, I'm not throwing the fact that it can't be Konosuba out the window, but now that we know that, once again, Frieren, or the IP of Frieren, is collaborating with Netmarble, the highly likelihood of a collaboration with Grand Cross is extremely likely. Grand Cross is like their flagship game for when it comes to collaborations, so I definitely do see us getting that Frieren collab at some point. Doesn't mean our collab at the end of this month is Frieren, but also it could match up, maybe with some licensing things they've got. Maybe licensing's quite strict, and they've only been given a window to get the collaboration out, which would also make sense, and it also makes sense why the reason, you know, Solo Leveling is having it on what would be also our update date. And that also gives me the speculation that realistically the collab is going to be on the 23rd, because people are like, oh, well, we could have a 242 there, and the collab the week after. But if it is going to be Frieren, I reckon it's going to be the exact same date, which would of course make quite a bit of sense. But we don't really know. There's lots to really think about. You know, are they really going to make, if we bring up this again, are they really going to make, like, one of them a healer? It's kind of stupid. You know, a mage, okay, well, we know it's going to be Frieren. There's no way on earth they're making Frieren not a mage. Tank, well, I guess it has to be Stark, there's no other choice. And then I guess the healer has to be Fern. But then if it's not, it also makes sense. If it were to be Konosuba, it does make a lot of sense. And maybe this, you know, it will be Konosuba, and then, I don't know, they bring goddesses back, because of course we recently got Tristan's relic. You know, maybe sort of to try and bring goddesses back. And then, I don't know, January collaboration, instead of it being a Tower God rerun, which is what I think it's currently going to be, it is a Frieren, and then they just go with a bunch of reruns after that for the rest of the year, which is something I do actually can expect, solely because, once again, ReZero is definitely overdue for a rerun. Shield Hero is overdue for a rerun. What else have we got? KOF, I would love to see KOF back. Jobless Reincarnate definitely needs a rerun. It's got, like, all the characters are super outdated. Even on release, they weren't the best. I already said ReZero. There's not many others. I don't think we'll ever see Stranger Things come back. Solely because I feel like if they bring it back, people will complain it's a waste. It is. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a waste. I also realize you can't see my screen. Lovely. But yeah, there's a few collabs that do need to return. So I do feel like next year is definitely going to be, I feel like maybe we will have a full year of new collabs, because currently we're in a full year of new collabs. We have a new one now, a new one in January, and then the rest of next year is all reruns, and maybe they sort of alternate it, so a year of new collabs, a year of reruns. But you're always going to have the problem of, you know, characters always going to be really outdated, or collabs going to be really outdated, because once again, even Slime, right, a lot of the characters are now outdated again, because that's just how it's going to happen. Of course, characters like Milim and Shion, who are the 2 most recent ones, aren't too bad. Rimuru you see come back every time Hell sort of comes back into meta, you always see him sort of appear. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video covering the fact that Frieren could be a possible collab, but also it's not guaranteed. Don't get your hopes up too much, but it is highly likely that it could possibly be Frieren now. But I'm still going to hold to my hope that it is Konosuba, solely for the fact of, I don't want, if there's a healer, I don't want it. personally, it's a waste of a collaboration if they do Frieren and there's a healer in it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.